Hey everyone, happy Monday night and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. I am excited to be with you, popping on just a few minutes before 7 so Facebook can let you know I got live. That gives me a chance to check my settings. I hope you've had a great day, a good start to your week. Here in Southwest Ontario, we finally had sunshine. Oh my God, last week was so cold. It was like down to like 3 in the middle of the night and then like felt like minuses and I was like, what the heck, where's the sunshine? And it rained all last week. Today it was like 18 degrees, comfortable, like that you can open your windows. It was so nice. Just gonna find myself here, so if you are here, say hi. Please let me know where you're joining from, whether you're watching me live or you found me over on my replay. Maybe you found me on YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube subscribers. Or maybe you found me over on my blog. Hello to my blog subscribers. Each week I pick a product of the week and I come live to share that with you. I am excited this week. I'm excited to show with you one of my favorite bundles. I actually saw it at when we were on stage and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. A, because I love anything nautical, and B, it totally is a great set. It's a hybrid set, which means it's a little bit of, let me just move some stuff here. It's a little bit of embossing and die cutting, and it's so nice. First of all, I think this is our 200th video. That is exciting. That means I've uploaded 200 videos to YouTube. So woo, exciting. When I first started, I thought Facebook Lives were a little bit of intimidating. I'm not going to lie, because you're like talking to a camera. It took me a while. I was doing one a week, and then almost for a year now, will be a year at the end of June, I have been doing 2 Facebook Lives a week. My next goal is to learn how to do like streaming and being able to go to YouTube. So eventually that will be my next goal that I have. But I have lots to share with you, but first, if you follow me on my Monday Night Lives, you know I love to eat chocolate. I'm still working on my Dove chocolate from the States. To those my fellow friends in the States, I hope you've had a great Memorial Day and that you were able to enjoy it with family and friends. And I hope you took pictures, because that is what scrapbooking is all about, is preserving those memories for future generations. So let me put this away. And let's talk about what I'm showing you. So, as I said to you, I am showing you a product that is just released in May that is on part of our online exclusive. So what does that mean? You're like, well, Anne, what does that mean? You're right. So we have an annual catalog, which looks like this. So this is our 2025 annual catalog. Well, it'll go till next year. So this started in May and it go to the end of April. And then in September and January, we have mini catalogs. But Stampin' Up! Wants to stay on the trends and they want to be able to add new products. Well, they can't add it always into a catalog because it takes 2 years to create a catalog. So right now, they're working on 2027. Blows my mind that they know in 2 years what the trends and hot colors are going to be. Crazy. So they designed online exclusives. So online exclusives just means you won't find it in a catalog and it's just hosted on the store. Kind of think about like you're going to your favorite clothing store, you go in, you have a specific item you're looking for, and you're looking for a certain size and a certain color. You go in and they're like, oh, we don't have that in store, but you can go online. There's more selection, more colors than you would order it online and just ships to you. Exactly what Stampin' Up! Is doing with our online exclusives. So let me show you what we have. So this, and as I said, I love anything nautical. As you can see, I think when I repaint my craft room down the road, I would love to do it like a soft blue, like a coastal. I am all about like the ocean waves. Some of the times when I'm in here working, I am listening to like calming ocean music. I really like it. All right, here is the stamp set we are focusing on, which is called Sunrise Sail. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to show you more when we flip the camera in the greetings. But the neat thing about this is that you can buy just a stamp set if you're like, whoa, I like that stamp set. but you can also buy it as a bundle, which means you get the dies and you get a hybrid embossing folder. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So tonight we are creating a 2-page scrapbook layout. I'm gonna show you the one side. We're gonna create the one side, and then on the other side, I'm going to show you is the other one, so it's a double. And then on Wednesday, set your alarms for 7 p.m. Eastern time, because I'm going to do a technique with you. So we're gonna do one card technique, and then I'm gonna show you some other cards that I've made with this set. All right, I actually get to show you my front window because it's like overcast and the sun is not beaming in my eyes, which you can see my beautiful maple tree. Then we're gonna flip the camera. So here's my beautiful outside. I love this time of year when everything is like so, just so pretty. Like I just love watching things pop up from the ground, like new life, right? All right, so let me just make sure I can see myself when I flip here and that everything looks great. We're pretty far down. I was trying to move my camera up. Oh, not too bad. I was trying to move my camera up so that I can give you a full view, but I like when we're close and not so far. Let me just see here. Just kind of making sure we look straight. We'll play with that for a minute. All right, so I'm gonna just focus, because I don't know about you, but I need to have like a straight camera. And I think that is straight now. Let me just see. Sometimes I wish I could leave my camera set up, and I know a lot of my friends that have like a station for photographing, but I just don't have that in my room, so I do have to do it every time. So, all right, let's get started. So here is a sunrise sale stamp set. It is a photo palmer, which means it's for 2-step stamping. You have congratulations, you deserve the best, happy retirement, best wishes, you're destined for great things, and ahoy. So you have multiple occasions you can use this for. A congratulations, you can use it for graduation, birthdays, retirement, you could use it as a thank you, thinking of you, there's so much you can use, or just even like, ahoy, friend, I haven't seen you in a while. So there's that. And then it comes with the sunrise sale dies. You get 10 dies. So this right here cuts out this boat, as you can see. And then you have clouds, and you have some birds, and you have some waves, and some you can make your own boats out of the dies. So there's that. But I think my favorite part about this is the hybrid embossing folder, which means you can emboss and cut at the same time. I think, is it this? No. I think it goes like that. So you can see how you can emboss and cut. It's like a 1-step stamp, which I absolutely love. All right, so that is the one product we are using. I'm also bringing in my favorite Nautical stuff, which is the Country Woods. Usually in the past, our DSP, aka pattern paper, has not carried over into another catalog. And this year, I want to say like 4 or 5 patterns carried over. I was super excited to see the Country Wood because I love it. It's very beachy vibe, and I was so excited that I was like, yes, we're using this tonight. And I'm gonna show you the paper that we're using and how it coordinates so well with our Secret Sea. All right, so other products we are using tonight, just so I can show you them now. We are doing some alphabets titles. So we are using the Alphabet La Mode dies, which are great dies. These are about 1.5 inches like in length, so like a tall. So if you're looking for a great alphabet, you get 52. So this is the Alphabet La Mode. We're also using the Meant to Be dies, and you're probably thinking, well, what does that have to do with Nautical Land? They're like a B set. You're right. We're using the hexagon dies, and I'm going to show you what I did there and what I'm going to put in that. Or tell you what I'm going to put in that. So we have that one. And then, of course, I cannot resist not using the Spotlight on Nature. As I shared with you, I had looked at this stamp set, this bundle, oh my gosh, all last year. And I kept thinking, I should get it, I should get it. Then I was like, oh, I should get it. No, I shouldn't. I need to wait to see if it carries over. And I was so excited that it carried over. And now I decided to purchase. So I really do like it. All right, so let's bring in, just before we get started, I want to show you this hybrid embossing folder because it is beautiful. when you're using our big embossing folders, our 3D embossing folders, so what I want to show you is that it is thick. You can see right here, it's really thick. So when you're doing that, you need to use the mat, so just base 1, then your embossing folder in your paper. So what I found when I was a little trick is that I lined my paper up with this line here on the side. So I kind of went like this. So you can see there's that black line, and I just lined it up, kind of just how, so I knew, and then I went like that, okay? We're gonna put that in, and then we're going to emboss like this. All right, so now we don't need that one for tonight, but we do need these, and we're gonna pull that off. And I actually might do that right now, and then we're all done our die cutting. Okay, so here's the embossing folder. Isn't that pretty? Look how neat that looks. It's a really deep, like depth, like deep embossing. So you have your clouds, you can see the birds, that beautiful boat, and then your water. So you can do a lot, like you can sponge your water, you could do many different things. So there is that. And this is the new colored cloud cover. It is one of our new 5 in colors. So how cute is that? Okay, so we're gonna put that off to the side. Now, let's just bring in our letters. So I wanted to show you how I use these letters, especially when we're in, like, we don't want to have to make sure especially when you're trying to peel them apart because they're so thin, they're really hard. I have already done some of the letters, but I thought I would do some of the letters with you. All right, so I have, this is Darling Duck, which is one of the other new in colors. And I'm just going to cut this to be 2 inches. So this is our adhesive paper. And I have to tell you, I never really used this until my friend Katie, every time she's over here and we're creating together, she's like, Aunt, you need to use that. And every time I forget. So this is how old mine is because I'm still using ones that Stampin' Up! Had from Sizzix. If you were to purchase the new ones, it looks like this. It's just white, but it's the exact same thing. So the reason why you want to do this is you want to use this paper is for very delicate dies that are very thin. It's hard to glue them down. All right. As you can see, it says peel here. So we're just going to peel that. I'm going to throw that in the garbage. And you can see that sticky side is here. I'm going to lay it on the back. Okay. And we're going to bring this in. And we're going to use the word sail. I'm going to make sure I didn't do more than one. All right. So S-A... and I've already done, so the title we're doing is sailing. I've already done ing, so we're just doing sail. I feel like I'm in school right now teaching the ing sounds, or how to spell those and when to add them. Oh my gosh, I've been in a grade 3 class and I'm absolutely loving it. Relearning all those things that you learned when you were in school. Today we were talking about meads and modes. I was like, what? Oh, I remember this, but I had to look it up because it's been so long. And I'm like, why would you use this in life? Anyways, I figured it out. It was good. Okay, so, but yeah, I've been enjoying my new assignment, so that's nice. All right, this is a take a pic tool. Probably one of my top 10 tools in my craft room. So it just helps you pick out those letters. Make sure you always put your letters back on your thing because this is so easy that you could easily chuck it in the garbage and you would be pulling your recycling bin apart to look for letters. Okay, so there's our I. And I love one thing about this the Alphabet La Mode dies is you get multiple letters of certain letters. So, all right, so you can see it just pops right out. So there is that. And now I have more to use for later. Okay, so let's put those away. Let's put everything away and let's bring in, oops, look at that. I almost forgot. Did you see that? Look, I went to put my dies away and forgot the S. All right, so I have already die cut and we're just gonna put these letters here so we don't lose them. and I'm gonna put them right there. So remember I shared with you, this is our glass mat. I absolutely love our glass mat. And this little thing comes with it, and that's where I've been storing all my pieces. Okay, let's get started. We are bringing in, I'm gonna move this over, 12 by 12 white willow. It is our new two-tone cardstock. I'm excited to share with you. Stampin' Up! Now has two-tone cardstock in all 52 colors. I think it's 52 or 54. So exciting, so exciting. All right, there's that Nautical, it should be called Nautical, Country Woods paper. So this is 2 by 12. I'm going to upload this video and put all these measurements on my blog, so you will be able to go create with this page after, or you can even use this as a template for something else. I have 3 photo mats that are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. This is that new Secret C. I'm telling you, it's like one of my favorites. I cannot stop using it. I love it so much. Now, here's the neat thing. This is the Country Woods Designer Series paper, and this paper came out a year ago. But look how nicely it pairs with that Secret C color. It was like Stampin' Up! Knew what they were like projecting for the future. I love it. So when I saw that, I was like, what? Oh my gosh, that works perfect. So we need to share it. All right, so we are going to put, this is 5 by 12. So we're gonna put that piece right down there. Now I'm going to just see if I can move my camera up just a little bit so you guys can get a full view here. Oh yeah, maybe it's just a little bit better there. Now, I really should, there we go. There, I think we're pretty better that way. All right, if you're here, let me know you're watching. I always like to have, it's like you're crafting with me in my craft room. We're talking life and we're just enjoying the everyday adventures. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm straight because I know how much that drives me crazy. So I'm sure it would drive you crazy. All right, so we put that down. We're going to grab this piece here and we're going to come up here and we're just going to, you know what, I'm just going to use these little guides here and put it between nope, hold on. I did this the other day, yesterday when I was creating my page, and I had to pull up my paper because I didn't have enough room. All right, so I have that. I have this down. So we're just going to leave that like that. And then I'm gonna put this here. Now I want to leave this here because I wanna make sure I have enough room in case I need to move things up. I know these will work, so let's go ahead and put those ones down. As I said, that is the Secret C. So that is one of our new 2025, 2027 in colors. I honestly hope that it's a color that stays after the 2 years. I love it, and I love the black ink. It's perfect for stamping. It's like my new go-to black. Okay, so I'm not going to hear this one down yet just because I want to make sure I have space for everything. I'm just going to move this because we're going to work in this corner. All right, I have cut out that big, large spotlight on nature, and that is in Secret C. Now, we're going to go ahead and put down our letters, and that way, then we'll build up. So we're doing this, is called sailing. So S, and remember, always lay your letters down first, so you don't want to have not enough room and then have to pull it back up, because that is not fun. That could ruin your paper. Okay, so let me just see, I have to come down here a little bit. Sailing. So, how would I use this page? Well, I have a daughter who loves to travel, and I know she has done like some sailing, and I'm probably going to use my pictures for that. Or maybe when we were sailing on one of our cruises, that would be good too. That's the neat thing about creating pages, is you don't necessarily have to, you can create like pages and then put your layouts on them after, which I find is fun too. Okay, so sailing, I like how that is. So let's go ahead and glue it down. Now let's pull this up and we're just going to pull that off just like that. Now let me see, I think this is the way the S goes. Yes, okay. We're just gonna pull this off and then we're gonna do some stamping, and I like fairly easy page tonight. And then I'm gonna show you the double page that goes with it. So this page will actually hold six 4 by 6 photos. So if you knew, maybe you're, my friends down in the US, maybe they're celebrating today and they're on a boat. Maybe maybe you have pictures that are going to that you can use. So perfect. I actually have to go, I have a Canon selfie printer, and that's how I print a lot of my photos. And I need to go get printer paper. I need to do that in the next few weeks, because that's going to be my job over the summer, is to work on adding photos to my pages, because there's you don't want empty scrapbook pages. You want scrapbook pages that have memories on them. So I will be doing that. I think I'm going to get a couple boxes. That is my #1 way of printing pictures. And when I was in our local camera store, they were telling me that a lot of wedding photographers are using that, because the pictures are quick and easy. Like, you can print the pictures, people can see, but they also said the pictures last for like 100 years. So I was like, oh, good golly, that's a long time. The quality, like the what do they call it? The acetate or... Okay, so we have that down. Now we can go ahead and do this, because I know that will work now. Okay, so there's that. We have that. I'm going to move this off to the side so we can do a little bit of stamping. All right, so I'm going to bring in just this. Here's just my thing. I have die cut 2 clouds, and they came from the, where is it? The sunrise sale. So right here, if you're looking for clouds, great one. I have Secret Sea, and this is our old sponges. We don't carry that anymore, but I would recommend either as our sponge dauber or our blending brushes. I really like our blending brushes, and I keep forgetting I need to add some. When you ink up this, you can see it's really dark, so I had to swirl off. So I'm not going to ink it because I feel like there's still enough, hopefully, in my sponge that I can just get away with it. Oh yeah, it's actually working. I might need to do a little bit, so let's just show you. Okay, I'm just gonna pick up a little bit, swirl it around, and then I'm just gonna like swirl off here because I don't want it to be too dark. All right, and then we're just gonna come around. So this is just sponging, which is a cool technique. But like I said, I would use sponge dabbers or our new blending brushes. That way, we used to carry those, and now they've retired. All right, so let's pull those off to the side, because we're gonna just put those back in our little thing. And then what I've done is I've die cut out these little seagulls. I'm gonna call them birds. So we're gonna put those on our clouds, and actually we can go ahead and do that. So let me bring in our liquid glue. So this is Tombow. I would love to know, if you're watching or on the replay, do you like the liquid glue? Do you use glue? I should do this as a poll. Are you a tape runner or a glue? I'm a tape runner. I don't resort to the glue very often, but I don't know. When it gets sticky on my hands, it drives me crazy. Okay. So I'm just gonna put a little bit here. But when you need things like this, really is, you need the glue. Now, I probably should have used the adhesive sheets for this, because that would have really helped this little area. That's okay. All right, so when I looked yesterday, this bundle was unorderable because the dies are not available in the embossing folder. As soon as they should be in this week. So I wanted to show you guys anyway, because I don't want you to miss out on this fabulous set. Okay, So let's bring in a piece of paper. We're gonna use basic white. We're going to get the sunrise stamp set. We're gonna use the big boat. And I'm actually gonna stamp it in, so you're gonna want a big block for this. I'm using block E. We are going to stamp this in Secret C, just so you can see that beautiful color. And as I've said to you, it is one that I've been using a lot as my go-to black for greetings and things. I just love the way it looks. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of die cutting. So we're just going to put that down there. Look how nice that stamps. It's like, oh, I love it. I think this will be a great color if you're a person who celebrates Halloween. It'll be fun. All right, so we are going to use this one and this one. So we're gonna use, I'm gonna put that there. So we're gonna use this one first, and I think I can get away with that, and then I'll put this one on a big block. All right, so this stamp here actually covers in this here. So we're going to use pecan pie. And I need to bring this closer, guys. Sorry, I just can't see that far. So there's that. So we're stamping that. So that's just like the bottom of the boat. And then this here, so that was pecan pie. So we use Secret C, pecan pie, and we're using a darling duck. When I first saw this at On Stage, I called it like a mustard yellow. And then this actually, now, okay, this is where you have to be careful, and I'm going to show you why. And I'll use my, okay, so when you stamp, see I have this right here is that extra kind of blob of ink. You don't want that, because guess what? That's going to go on your project. So you really need to make sure you tap lightly. So see now when I tapped lightly, I don't have that extra ink in the middle, because that would actually go onto your project, and we don't want that. So this one actually just covers like the mask to make it look like it's, you know, blowing in the wind. I have created a lot of samples with this project. One of them, I can share a few, but the rest are either going to be for a birthday class in June or a special announcement I am making in June. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. I will give you kind of like a sneak peek. They are beautiful. Okay. I just loved it. Like I was just creating and creating and creating, and I was just having so much fun. Okay, let me, I think maybe, actually we'll just bring this back in. All right, we're gonna bring back in our big boss, and we're gonna put that down. As I shared with you that this die will cut out that stamp. Now, I want to make sure, when I'm laying it down, oh, I'm just trying to cover it like there, but I'm going to use a Post-it note. Oh no, here, hold on. Oh no, I hope I'm not out a Post-it note. Oh, there we go. So my actually friend gave me this, so I don't even know where she got it, but I'm sure you can find it online. It's just like a Post-it note, so it's like a sticky tape. And we're just going to put that there so we can just holds in our die so we don't lose it. Well, and it keeps the die in place so we get a clean cut. Okay. Let me move this out of our way. Now remember, I said to make sure you pull that die off, so let's just pull this off. And I'm actually going to pull that like that. And then I'm going to take this die off. And we're going to put that there like that. Oops, I think I just dropped something, but I'll get that after. Okay, so let's bring back in our page. Let's go over here. So we're going to put this here, and we're going to pop that up. You know what? I'm going to cut this one in half. I would love to know, was this something you maybe saw in our online store? And if you didn't, is it something that you would purchase? Okay, we're gonna add our clouds, and we're gonna pop up our clouds because I like when I pop things up just to help make it like. This is a beautiful, just there, and this one is here. Okay, so there is our page. Let me move things out of my way to show you. So here is our page. Now, this is the opposite side of the other side. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. So here's what our page looks like. So there is some space up here. You could totally do maybe like, maybe if you were out sailing and you went past like a lighthouse, you could do some anchors up here. Like you could totally add some more things. If you wanted, you could put like, you could even journal up here. And also with these here, you could use one of these as a journaling and talk about your day. So this is the one side. So let's bring in the first side so you can see what we're doing. So I basically mimicked the page we just created. I just flipped everything. So once again, brought in that Country Woods Designer Series paper and the Country Woods here. Brought in our 3 photo mats. They're Secret Sea 4¼ by 6¼ Did those clouds with their birds, and my title is Summer Sailing. And then here you're probably thinking, well, Anne, you showed us hexagon dies, the meant to be, but where did you use them? I used them here. I used the largest die. Let me just show you that so you can see. Oops, I just dropped something. I used the largest die and cut that out in Secret Sea. And then I did the next largest die and cut that out in Darling Duckling. And then our third one was done, so I get this, just with our basic white. So that's those. These dies, you know, if you look at it, you think, well, I don't really like the meant to be set, but maybe you like the dies because the dies just for these hexagons are pretty cool. All right. So here, I would probably, you could put like a lighthouse, you could do an anchor, you can do something nautical. So that is how I would use this page. So let's bring this page in together and show you what that looks like. I don't know if you can see it. So it will say Summer Sailing. So as I said, this can be for 6 4x6 photos, or you can do 5 in a journaling box. You could totally do a journaling box up here. You can do a journaling box over here. There's a lot you can do with this page. Now you're probably thinking, I like this page. I love the nautical theme of it. Let me just see if I can like scroll out here a bit. So you guys, sometimes I can pinch the video. It's not letting me do that. Maybe I'll just pull my video camera up a bit. Oh yeah, there you guys can see that a little better. So you know, you can totally use this for a different theme. Like you could totally change this layout out to Christmas, and you could have different, like, you know, Christmas paper, Christmas elements, like using layouts that you see online just as a sketch. That is like the perfect way to create, and it just gives you a starting point to build your own layout for your pictures. So there is our double page layout for tonight, showcasing the Sunrise Sail bundle, which is super nice. As I said to you, it was not available when I checked yesterday, but it's due back into our warehouse hopefully this week. So this is something you are looking for. I would definitely go and check, keep an eye on it. You will find it in our online store. All right, let's do a recap. We used the Sunrise Sail bundle, which consists of the stamp set, the dies, and the hybrid embossing folder. We used the Country Woods Designer Series paper. We used the Meant to Be dies, the Spotlight on Nature dies, and we used the Alphabet La Mode and Secret Sea and White Willow. I am going to upload this video to YouTube. It'll probably be like Thursday, like Wednesday or Thursday. And then I will post this these pages to my blog. So on my blog, you will see the double page spread, and then I will do this page and tell you all the measurements, and then I will do this page and tell you all the measurements. And then I will give you the supply list of things you need to create this page. All right, everyone, I would love to hear what you think of our layout tonight. I cannot wait to add pictures to this fun nautical page. Let's move you guys back down a little bit here. Yeah, that's better. I cannot wait to add pictures this summer and document our memories. I would love to know, what did you think of it? Did you like this sunrise sail? Is it something you would now add to your collection? Especially if you're a huge nautical person, you would definitely like that. All right, everyone, make sure you set your alarms for Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be showing you a technique card called the Mosaic Tile with this. Cannot wait to show you that. And then I'll have a few other samples to share with you. And as I said, I've already created a bunch, and some of them will be for classes in June. All right, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by tonight and joining me on our Monday night Facebook Live. I can't wait to craft with you guys again. Also, if you want to know what's happening in my business, my little small crafting business, I would suggest join my newsletter. I'll put the link under this video. That way you guys are the first ones to find out what I'm doing for my product of the week. And on Sundays, I always give you a weekly recap that takes you back to the videos that we did and the projects that we made for the week. So it's kind of like personal in your inbox for you. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye for now.